What's happening, people? Welcome to this episode of Everything 9000. We've got Amrit in the building and we've got a new face. What's up, Prabs?
Thanks for having me.
That's not Sean.
Yeah, okay, so today we're going to be talking about, we're going to be doing a Premier League review. So we did one of these, what was it? When the season started, just before the season started, we looked at the transfer window. We were meant to do one at Christmas, but you know what? It was a good thing we didn't come around to it because Premier League is spicing up now. There's what, how many? 7, 8 fixtures left?
9.
9 fixtures left for most teams anyway. And title race, there's 1 point in it. We've already had the January transfer window, so we can have a quick look at that. But, the main aims of today, it's going to be who's going to win the Premier League, who's going to make top 4, who's going to get relegated, and just, I'll hold my hands up and say I got it wrong in the first one.
Did you want to carry that on? No.
It's not often. Don't get carried away with
this. If somebody got it wrong, who got it right?
Yeah, you might not have got it right yet. Yeah.
Have majority of the things I'd said not come to has it not been true?
Ting, boom, boom.
No, has most of the things I've said not come true?
Well, I'm surprised that Liverpool have churned out as many wins as they have.
Yeah.
You can't.
I'm not surprised.
No, you are. See,
no. I'm not surprised. Why would I be
on all 4 fronts as well?
On all 4 fronts, yeah.
Amrit,
I'm not surprised.
This is where you get carried away. I'm giving you some praise, yeah. Don't get carried away because you, in that first episode, were saying, do you know what? Liverpool should have signed more players. We're sticking with the same squad. If we got injuries, we're going to be fucked. We
haven't had injuries and we have had more players. We've had one player that's made a huge difference that we signed was Luis Diaz. And he basically has just changed the whole dynamic of the Liverpool team.
Yeah. By the way, I should have started off by saying, obviously we've got a United fan here, we've got a Liverpool fan here, and we've got an Arsenal fan.
It's a good mix.
A good mix. We've got a good mix. But okay, staying with Liverpool then.
Okay.
Are they going to win the league?
100%. No. I am very, very confident about this now.
No.
Honestly, I think City are faltering a bit. Like, they're dropping points, but City don't have that same confidence that Liverpool currently have. So it's going to be decided in 2 weeks' time when Liverpool go and visit City at Etihad. And
so Liverpool have got City away.
Yeah. So we've got one game, and the game after that is City, and then
the game after City is City.
No. As in we've got one game, and then the fixture after that game is City at Etihad.
Right.
And I think on current form and current levels of confidence, I don't see Liverpool losing that game.
But wait, Liverpool have the tougher fixtures, right?
I wouldn't say tougher, but we've got United away, but that's not exactly tough. I would have thought Arsenal was tough. Arsenal, I was looking for...
it was a tough game.
Arsenal was a tough... thinking about the form that Arsenal were in and considering how they played the first half and stuff, I thought, we're going to drop points. But we came out strong in that weekend because City dropped points to Palace.
But this is what I mean, man. You have to give props to Liverpool and Klopp because they've just been churning out results relentlessly.
And it's not even just in the Premier League.
I'll give you an incredible stat. Since 2018, since Guardiola has joined the Premier League, Klopp and Guardiola have earned all but one of the same points. So, Klopp has earned 1 point less than Guardiola in that time. Wow.
Exactly, that's incredible.
So let me put a question to you, right? If you don't win the league, but you maintain this 1 point gap, how would that make you feel? That over 2, you've not won 2 Premier Leagues.
I know, because I think basically... it would be harsh because when you look at in any other season when Fergie was managing the Premier League, in any of those seasons Fergie was at United, Liverpool, the current Liverpool team of the last 2, 3 years, 4 years, would hands down win the Premier League straight up.
I don't think you can compare eras though.
No, it's not about comparing eras. Like Premier League's tougher now. But you're talking about the level of these, the level of football right now that Liverpool and City are playing. I think it's the best ever that's been in the Premier League.
It's a different level. It's a different level.
You know what?
Guardiola and City, he's taken it to a different level.
No, and then Liverpool and Klopp.
And Klopp as well.
You have to understand these 2 managers are the best managers that have managed in the league. I would say, hands down, I would say Klopp and Guardiola are better than Fergie in this sense.
Well, Fergie, Wenger, Mourinho, you can't write them off.
No, you can't write them off, but the style of football that Liverpool and City play, the amount of goals they score,
in terms of points, style, but I would just give it to Guardiola.
No, but in terms of points they put on the board,
maybe even Arsenal's, Wenger team,
Invincible.
They play good football.
That's an achievement.
But would Invincibles win the league in the current environment in Premier League? They wouldn't have won the league.
No, it's hard to. Again,
it's hard to compare eras, man. But they had some, Vieira's, Henry's, man.
But
they had some killers in that team.
But you look at the season, a couple of seasons ago, City 98 points, Liverpool 97 points. Right, that's unheard of. You know, Liverpool any other season would win the league, like dominate. Like, would it?
That's
win,
my question
like,
to you. Then. So you know, how would you take it?
It would be very disappointing because like we've been level on level with points, but City have like 2 or no, they have 3 Premier League trophies.
Why are City not going to win it
this season? I think they've just missed that bit of. They've missed an Aguero. They've struggled.
But you think City will take it? Eh?
I think City will take it. I just think with Liverpool still battling on all 4 fronts, all it takes is one injury.
We're playing Nottingham today.
You know, I'm just thinking. You're a deluded Liverpool fan.
I'm not.
And Prabs got someone who actually plays football on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday.
No. I think one.
I'm just thinking, who should I go?
Okay, you know what? We've got Trent who's injured. He's gonna be out for a few weeks.
Yeah.
Right.
He's your best midfielder.
No, I mean like he's our best creator. Like in terms of getting getting. Yeah. So
he's your best number 10.
So if there was one player who I would have not wanted to get injured this coming into the last few weeks, it would have been Trent, because there's nobody else who can play in that Trent's position the way like he plays. I mean, even if like Van Dijk had got injured, we would have had Matip and Konate who were playing absolutely brilliant. Matip has been top this season. You can't fault Matip. He's been the second best defender behind Van Dijk.
Right, okay, I don't want to. This isn't Liverpool FC channel,
right?
You know, I know where you stand. That's fine. Okay.
Even if Mo Salah got injured, now we've got Luis Diaz, Jota firing away, Mane firing away. Right, yeah, all of these players now we've got cover. Even in the like in midfield, right? We've got players like Harvey Elliott has been an absolute like gem this season. He's been injured for most of it, but then you've got like other players stepping in.
I wouldn't say he's a gem.
I don't want to say he's a gem yet either.
Why not? Have you seen him play?
I think you look at the levels of the young players, obviously with an Arsenal scope, like the young Arsenals of like you look at Saka and what he's been producing. I don't think Harvey Elliott's been on that sort of
but Harvey Elliott's been injured most of the season. He's just come back, and even when he was prior to his injury, he was playing really well. Like I was watching the games, the way he was linking up with Salah on the right hand side. So it was a different ball game.
All right. So who's your top 4 this season?
So it's Liverpool, City. Arsenal will squeeze in, and I think Chelsea are third. I think Chelsea will stay third, but I'm backing Arsenal for 4th.
Yeah.
So you think United and Tottenham miss out? And
United and Tottenham, yeah. And I think with West Ham, out of the teams that are kind of vying for the top 4, I would say in terms of the squad and the quality of players, they're obviously the weakest, but they play a much better football than Man United, so they deserve to be above United. But I think United have got a couple of games in hand on them, haven't they? Or
no, United have actually played the most games.
Oh, have
29.
they?
Yeah, 29.
And they're a point ahead of West Ham, aren't they?
Well, I think West Ham. Let me just get the table up. But I think West Ham can't really catch United.
No, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking it was a bit difficult. With Tottenham, it's a bit like funny, isn't it? They win one game, they play brilliant,
very
then they lose.
Consistent. Yeah,
it's not even like they win one,
well,
they lose one.
West Ham only 2 points behind United.
Same games.
And to be fair, Arsenal have caught up with games now.
No, Arsenal have not.
Arsenal have one game in hand, and they're 4 points ahead of United. So
and then that game, I think, is Tottenham.
It's Tottenham.
Yeah.
So I think if Arsenal don't take top 4 from here,
it's theirs to lose.
You've kind of bottled it then.
No, it's not a bottled job because we've got a really tough set of games. We've got United, Tottenham, and West Ham.
But you know that United game, I think might play to your favour because you're playing well now, and the United are in tatters at the moment. They literally just.
You say that right, but you need to read between the lines. I'm being honest now, right? United have actually, under Rangnick, arguably played better than they did under Klopp. And they've just not finished chances.
Under who, sorry? You mean?
Under Solskjaer, sorry.
Yeah.
And they've just not finished chances.
He wishes he had Klopp.
No, exactly.
They've just not finished chances.
And you know, at the start of the season, I remember having like an hour debate on him on the phone whether he would keep Solskjaer, whether Liverpool United should take Klopp, and he said, "Oh no, I'd keep Solskjaer."
If Klopp is available.
No. He said, I remember having this argument.
This is not admissible here.
I remember at the start of the season.
You haven't got no proof.
I was at work. I
can't remember what call happened in what circumstances. So I'm not going to let that happen.
We were talking about managing. You were like, "Oh, how Solskjaer understands the club."
Inadmissible.
I remember exactly where it was when I had this conversation with you. It was over an hour.
Listen, let's not get carried away. The point is, that's your top 4. Probably what's your top 4?
Yeah, I'd have to go the same. I think it'll be City, Liverpool. Those two are just in a different level. They'll be within a point or something. Then Chelsea are sort of in their own bracket as well, where I thought at the start of the season...
Are we going to see any sanctions with Chelsea?
No, I think they'll just let them play. They might have to cycle to the games. That's a different matter. But I don't think the sanctions and stuff will affect their standings in the table.
They've been doing really well, actually.
The way they're playing, I don't think that's going to impact.
Still in the Champions League as well.
Still in the Champions League.
Yeah, so 3rd for you and then 4th.
I think Arsenal will get it. I do think they'll get it. I just
that wasn't a very convicted.
No, I think, you know what? Can we just point out one thing, by the way? Yeah, at the start of the season, how all of these United fans were like slating, the Arsenal manager.
Do you know what? Yeah. I have to take that. That's one thing I have to take back.
They were saying like, this guy can't manage. Arteta's like, he did have a really bad start.
We were struggling.
He was fair play to him. You have to give props.
No, he was struggling, but he like over the season, he's kind of like really put his authority down. The whole situation with Aubameyang,
Aubameyang's been on fire since he's gone to Barca.
Regardless,
scored in 8 games in a row or something.
Yeah, but then like he wasn't really doing anything at Arsenal, so it was a bit of a dead wood, and like he was just like it was just the cost of the club. It was the liability. To get rid of him, to actually then motivate other players, like younger players, like Saka scoring left, right, and centre. You got Emil Smith Rowe playing, Odegaard playing,
Martinelli as well.
Martinelli, I think, has been one of the player of the seasons for Arsenal, if not overall in the league. He's been amazing this season, I would say.
In terms of United, I really don't have the confidence to say that they will squeeze into that top 4. And even then, we're saying they'll squeeze in. I did actually, funnily enough, have a conversation with a Liverpool fan a couple of weeks ago, and we were just reflecting, saying when we first signed Ronaldo, he said himself, this Liverpool fan, he was like, do you know what? Even I thought United could win the league.
No. I told you that from the start.
No, but there were people. So regardless of what you think, you can't discredit another Liverpool fans.
On paper, Man United look great. They do,
but they've looked great on paper for the last 6-7 years.
Not really.
Yeah, they have.
No,
United have always signed.
When Mourinho was there, on paper it looked great as well. When they signed Pogba, you thought, oh, that's the missing.
They had Lukaku, Pogba, all of these players. United have always had great players, and they've always relied on individual brilliance, to have that moment in a match, and that's why you've been winning games. And you've had De Gea making save after save, keeping you in the top 10 of the Premier League for the last 10. Yeah, I would say.
This is why, do you know what? I thought about it at the start. You know that expression, if you give an inch, you'll give a mile. This is what's going on here.
No, but
would you take Mourinho back?
Do you know what? At the time when he was struggling, and the club were literally crawling from game to game, and it was like you could tell there was a whole negative cloud. Mind the pun. There was a whole negative cloud on the club, and he did have to go, but. You have to look at the team that he won the Europa League with and the League Cup with that season, and you look at the team we got now, and you just think,
okay, can I ask you?
He did wonder. When everyone takes the piss out of him for saying, "Oh, one of my best achievements was coming second with United."
I was one of those.
Maybe he's not lying, man.
Even I told you last season's coming second. That was a fluke. It was literally because all the other teams faltered. Liverpool were like all over the place because they had so many injuries. That was the only reason United finished second, and you know that. And going forward,
what the table doesn't lie.
Yeah, no, the table doesn't lie. But come on,
the table doesn't lie. Let's not talk about last season, right? Okay, we.
Okay, going forward next season, would you keep Rangnick in place?
Well, that's already decided. He's not.
No, but would you
signed on to become a consultant?
Regardless if it's decided, not you. Okay, so you've said that United are playing better than they were at the start of the season.
No, that's a fact.
So why would you not keep him then, in your opinion?
Well, this is something again, a mistake. Arguably the club has made. That they've told him he's got 6 months in the dressing room, have a look, and then you'll go to the top and you'll help decide the next manager. But really that leaves him with no authority. If it had come in like he's the guy, maybe we wouldn't see players like Ronaldo jetting off to Portugal when there shouldn't be other players speaking to the media, Lingard saying this, etc, etc.
But do you not realise that that's been United's problem for the last, I would say, 3 or 4 managers where they've bought somebody in for a short term? They've done
every single club.
They've done But they've done, and what they've done is they've done relatively well.
But what
and then United kept them on, and then it's gone.
That happens with every club. That you get this great new feeling when a new manager. It doesn't matter what level you play at. When a new manager comes in, you feel like you have a new lease of life when you're on a bad run of form. Then after the honeymoon period,
but then I think United have just made bad choice after bad choice. Mourinho wasn't like a shot.
Yeah, but you need to understand. There's not really any other club in England that has that level of expectation to win a trophy.
I don't think there is that expectation anymore. I don't think there is. I think.
No, I know, but we're talking about the last 3-4 years. 4 managers, sorry.
I don't know. I wouldn't. It's a bit difficult to justify that. I mean, United have won nothing. What have they actually won in the last 4 or 5 years?
But your point is they've brought someone in to bring success. It's the most successful club in England.
No, they're not. Liverpool are.
On what basis?
On every basis. When you count all
the trophies.
Yeah, when you count up the trophies.
Is that a fact?
Yeah, it's a fact. We've overtaken United again. Like United and Liverpool have always been like edge to edge, right? With one.
With your recent League Cup.
Yeah. Not even recently cut, but like our Champions League.
It must be this year, because before this year,
know what?
United were the most successful.
You know what? In the pod, right? Yeah, check it up. Check it up, yeah, and then get it up on the screen, right? I'm telling you, Liverpool are the most successful club in England. I'm not gonna let you
just Google most
successful club in. It's Liverpool, 100%.
Club.
We're on like 62 England. Or 63 trophies.
Top 5 most successful English clubs of all time. Liverpool 66 titles, Manchester United 66 titles.
So how could you say that United are the most successful club in
That's
England?
a fact. They are the most successful English club. So yeah. So there's an expectation.
But going forward, like Arteta, like Arsenal have done the right thing where they brought in a young manager. It's a style of play that they want. They brought all this youth. That's why I say sort of the top 4. It's a bit of an overachievement for this young squad.
It is.
I wouldn't say it's an overachievement, to be honest. You know, those players are good enough for the top 4. I would say they've always been good enough.
But they're not when they got signed. Names.
Sorry?
They're not names.
They're not.
When they got signed, when those players came in, did you think they're going to
No, but then like, you know, that doesn't mean anything. Just because
they went in your top 4.
Okay, look, was Salah...
They went in your top 4.
No.
So they've overachieved.
No, they have, I wouldn't say what Arsenal overachieved.
Yeah, that's it.
I think you're taking it the wrong way.
No.
No one expected to have
No,
I don't think it's an overachievement, because when you have a good manager who can get the best out of good players...
In December, we weren't saying he was a good manager. Yeah. Even I wasn't saying that.
I wasn't. I was saying he'd get sacked.
I don't know. They've struggled, but they've stuck to their philosophy and they've...
This is why I'm a bit nervous, is because Arsenal have been chasing the pack under the radar. They've not had any media attention. They've just been...
And now they're getting the attention.
Now everyone's chasing them. Yeah. It's a whole different story.
Yeah.
But I think they'll hold. I think they'll hold on.
Well, you say that, and when they end up, playing big teams like Liverpool, etc., they don't turn up.
But to be honest, Arsenal have never been good at playing Liverpool in the recent 3 or 4 seasons.
Is like 1 in 19.
I think we've got United. Arsenal have got United as well. That'll be an interesting game to see.
It doesn't matter about that game, the Arsenal United game. Form does not matter, because remember, like when Rashford burst onto the scene, we were in great form. You guys were in horrible form, injured. It's a bit of a derby. You know those derby games where you go in 50-50. It's the same with Arsenal United, especially when they're chasing after the same thing.
But I think Arsenal will take them.
I think we will. I just think.
But let's see.
But the recent
big talk. Big talk from front here. Yeah. Watch when they don't get top 4. So okay, we've discussed who's going to win the league. For me, I'm undecided. I didn't give my view, by the way. The league. Do you know what? City, for the first time, they're showing maybe a tiny bit of mental fragility. They're not just on their usual job done, let's go.
Yeah.
I didn't actually watch the Palace game, so I can't really judge it. I don't know if they were playing their game.
Had a lot of chances.
Well, yeah. So this is what I mean. So they're not. That's why I say a tiny bit of mental fragility. The fact that Liverpool are just relentless doesn't help, because those players will be checking the table, whether they admit it or not. They know which teams where. The fact that it just helps. Liverpool lost a game. Oh, okay, we've got a bit of breathing space. Yeah. It takes the pressure off. So let's see. It's interesting. Let's see what happens. I'm not gunning for either of them, but I reckon City will take it.
It's easier.
You just can't admit it, can you? You've just literally said everything.
Moving on. We've talked about the league title.
What's your top 4 then?
My top 4 is City, Liverpool, Chelsea, and probably Arsenal. I would, at this point, looking at the table, I would say if Arsenal don't take it from here, they've bottled it.
It's not a ball. It's not
for me from here.
You know what? To be honest, I think
you don't secure that from here. You bottled it.
Yeah, I think what it is. I think it's top 4 is Arsenal to lose.
4 points ahead with a game in hand. That's technically 7 points.
No, but this season, game in hands have not meant anything.
Yeah, true.
They have not.
I think City, the only team that's been winning their game in hands and keeping the pressure on is Liverpool.
Yeah,
like we've been like a couple of games behind City, and they were hoping we'd drop points.
Well, I think we can all agree Tottenham are bottle jobs.
Tottenham,
that's agreed.
Yeah, Tottenham.
Okay, that's agreed. That's done.
Who do you think has been worse this season, Tottenham or United?
What's that?
Who do you think has been worse this season, Tottenham or United?
Tottenham's always dead.
Tottenham are just...
And Conte's been dragging them up the table.
How can you like...
If it was any other manager, I don't even think they'd be 7th.
Yeah. Winning against City 3-2 and then go and lose to Burnley.
Can I ask, would you like to see Conte at United next season?
Do you know what? I spoke to a lot of United fans, and a lot of them didn't want him, sorry. I wouldn't... Do you know what? It felt like that saying Mourinho, get the title. Yeah. But the thing is, you can't deny he'd just been in Italy with Inter Milan and he'd won the league where Juventus had won it for 7 years in a row, 8 years in a row.
But they bought quite big. They got like Lukaku. And he did a really
but it's not even necessarily buying the big players. It's actually getting the best out of the players that you have.
Getting the best out of the players,
He can only get the best out for 2-3 years, then he's gone.
Well, I think United's philosophy going forward is they really want someone for the long term. That's why they look at the likes of Ten Hag.
He'd be a great option, actually.
What do you think?
They were looking at Pochettino. I'm definitely not a fan of Pochettino.
Why is that?
Because what has he won?
He's not won anything, but he's a better manager than Solskjaer. He's better than manager than...
But what has he won? Isn't the target to win something?
Yeah, but I think his thing with PSG, it's...
There you go.
Exactly.
Well, Messi being booed is a thing.
But but to be honest, you can't really fault him.
He's not bringing the best out of Messi.
But like, PSG are unmanageable. You can't manage a team.
They're unmanageable.
You can't manage a team like PSG.
No.
There's just
Tuchel did.
No. Not with Messi, not with Neymar, not with Mbappe.
Pretty much everyone but Messi, yeah.
No,
well, that's a big factor still, though, because you've got two characters like Neymar and Messi who both think they're the best. Not either.
And then even Mbappe's got a lot of ego, you know.
Well, the team is made for Mbappe at the moment. Yeah, and that's why they play that counter-attacking, leaving the space behind. And Messi.
But even man's like in defense like Sergio Ramos, like Donnarumma, and then
Ramos hasn't even played.
Yeah, no,
all season. But anyway, look back to the Premier League. Right. Relegation. Who's getting relegated? Just to remind you, 18th is Watford, played 29 games, 22 points, 3 points behind Everton with 2 games in hand.
I think Burnley and Norwich,
right? Burnley and Norwich. Burnley 21 points, Norwich 17. I think Norwich is done out here.
Norwich is gone. Yeah. I think Burnley are gone as well.
I think
it's a shame, man. Props to Burnley because they've been a good Premier League team.
No, they're not.
Sean Dyche.
I think he'll do it.
I can't wait to see the
they'll survive.
I think they'll do it.
Really?
Sean Dyche. I've got a lot of respect to him.
He's got 2 games in hand.
Oh, have they?
Yeah,
but you know what?
Game in hand's mean nothing when especially when you're down there.
You're more likely to lose those games, to be honest. Or draw, maybe.
I wanted Newcastle to get relegated.
I really want Newcastle.
They're not gonna though. They're not gonna.
I'm so annoyed. They've won like 7. They've not lost in 7 in a row.
He's done a good job since
he's done. That little run that they had where they just didn't lose a game. They kept winning, and then
that's all you need down there. Nothing gets you.
You just need like a run of 5-6 games.
I want Everton to go down.
You want Everton to go down?
Yeah, I really do.
But I think they're too big to go down.
They won't go down. They won't go down.
I think Watford are gonna go. I think Watford will go.
Watford are dead now.
Watford
they came up this season, did they?
Yeah, they came up. They went down last season. Came up like they've just been a bit like Bonnie kind of.
Well, Norwich are the masters of that, aren't they? Going up and going down. The amount of money they collect.
But I'm really worried for Leeds. I really want Leeds to stay in. I'm really worried.
Do you know what? I'm getting a bit bored of that.
I'm not. I
every week.
Get smashed by Leeds because they run around a bit.
Yeah. No, I think they've missed big players this season. Bamford, he came in, but he's got injured again. Really unfortunate. Kevin Phillips been injured the whole season. Really unfortunate. Like one of the defenders, Cooper, I think has been injured most of the season. So the whole spine down the middle of that team has been missing, and because of that, they've still managed to churn out some results here and there. But I'm really, really worried for them.
No, but
they must. You know what? Like they were my local team, so like they're my second favorite club in the Premier League.
Right, I'm gonna cut you off there because we've got 5 minutes of recording left. One last thing I want to squeeze in this episode is let's have a quick chat about the Champions League. We've got 3 English teams still in there: Chelsea, Liverpool, and City. Obviously, only 8 teams left. You got some big guns: Real Madrid. You got Bayern Munich, even Atletico Madrid. Not bad team. They could. You normally get to the final, so you can't write them out to. Who else is there?
Benfica. We've got Villarreal. Chelsea got Chelsea Madrid, isn't it?
Yeah, Chelsea Madrid. Yeah.
Villarreal. Man City are playing Villarreal, I think.
I'll load at the fixtures, but what's your prediction? Benfica, come on, Liverpool. You'd expect them.
We'd expect, but you know what? To be honest, it's gonna be a walkover though. I wouldn't expect
not anything at this stage. Not at this stage of the season.
And
nothing's given.
I think Trent is going to be a big miss for the next couple of games. I was really hoping to have Trent playing for the Man City game, but that's going to be a huge miss.
Right, taking the drama away. Liverpool's going to go through, right?
Yeah, they should do.
They should do, right?
Yeah.
Then you've got City and Atletico Madrid, and then it's a really good fixture.
Yeah, but I think City might be too strong for them.
You say that, but City don't always turn up in the Champions League.
They don't, but I think with Simeone. I just don't see them beating City.
All Atletico need is to nick 1 goal
and then that's it.
Shut shop.
A great stat from that United game they played. In the last 15 minutes of play, there was actually the ball was only on the field for like 7 minutes, 90 seconds.
Masters.
So this is what I mean. They get a goal, City are done.
Yeah.
And City really don't have that finisher who could finish games and stuff. They've missed Aguero so badly. They've missed out on Kane. I think they're going to go all guns blazing for Haaland this season at the end of the season.
Yeah.
They have to.
So that's a really good fixture. We're not really calling it, are we?
Yeah, I don't think you can call it.
Then you got Villarreal and Bayern.
Bayern, yeah.
And then you've got Chelsea, Real Madrid. Good fixture, man.
You know what? I think Chelsea might do him. I've got a feeling Chelsea might do him. But you know
they're not the beasts of old. You know, they're not the Galacticos of old.
No, but Ronaldo, like, you know, not these are Real Madrid, but they just know that competition is like they could play.
They know the competition. They got Carlo Ancelotti, and you know, I think I read another stat. If he wins the league with them, Carlo Ancelotti becomes the first manager to win a league in every single major league.
Top 5, yeah.
But I think, you know what, like they could have a squad of like Arsenal players or United players, and Madrid would still go through all the way to the Champions League. It's just in their
it's just the culture they have there in the Champions League. You can tell they know how to win Champions League games over 2 legs.
And you know, playing PSG, that was the biggest team before PSG went out. I would have said like PSG would go all the way because
I don't know, man. PSG also, you know, developing this bottle job.
No, they are, but like when you look on paper, like to actually beat PSG, especially when they were 2-0 up, and then to come back 3-2, like it was a done job. When Mbappe who scored the second goal. When Mbappe scored that second goal, it was a done job. You know, there was 30 minutes left.
And that was a great. I watched that game live. That was ridiculous. But all you could say that more less so brilliance from Real Madrid, more so bottle job from PSG.
Yeah,
they panicked, man. PSG panicked.
PSG panicked, but it's Madrid. Like they didn't. They just kept at it.
So you know, can you look past Bayern?
Yeah, I think Bayern are not all they're made out to be. All it takes is one game.
No, I do agree.
Like all it takes is one game for them to falter,
but they don't falter.
They do. They've faltered in the Bundesliga this season.
Yeah,
like a few games they've lost. Like you would have expected them to walk through. They've been smashed. So I think they've got that fragility in them. And if a good team turns up on the day against Bayern, I think
him getting charged up. He's like,
I think the Champions League again is going to be
because the semi-final could be Liverpool Bayern. That's like the semi-final, I think, isn't it?
Would you like? I think Bayern over 90 minutes is hard to face. I think over 2 legs you could take.
Yeah, I think Liverpool. Last time we played Bayern, we beat them, and I think we'd do it again this season. I can see Liverpool pathway to the final. I think there is a clear pathway.
It's an easy pathway. It is quite
some
easy.
Solid teams, man. I'm looking forward to it. But you know, that's our football season review so far. You know,
before we go, there's one thing I wanted to get your view on. Ronaldo's transfer. How's that going for you guys so far as a United fan?
Second highest scorer in the league. And he didn't play the first 3 games.
He's not after that hat trick he is, but you know he's been missing.
Second highest scorer in the league. Don't take away from the fact.
Okay.
And in the Champions League, he's been clutch. How many 90+ minute goals has he?
Would you say
clutch
overall?
What he's doing on the pitch, is it worth what's been happening off the pitch?
Time will tell.
No, I think, you know what?
Let's see after the Arsenal game.
Ronaldo.
And that's what happened.
Look, the reason you've gone wrong with Ronaldo, I'll tell you that now.
You're trying to hammer.
No. I'll tell you why you've gone wrong with Ronaldo.
So hard. I'm going to close the episode down here. Thank you for listening. Stay tuned for the next football review episode. I hope Liverpool lose. Okay, bye.